Good afternoon to my Facebook, my City College, my Fibro Warriors, my invisible illness community, to all of you. Today is a great day. We are alive, and I'm very grateful. I haven't done a video in a really long time for beating fibro and awareness for invisible illnesses. I lost sight of why I was doing it. I didn't want to look bad. I didn't want to let anybody know how I really felt. I didn't feel well. So I only appeared when I could wrap my hair, put on a little makeup, maybe do something like that. And that's not the point. It was never the point. The reason God laid these videos in this comments, and he even speaks through me, I'm a humble and unworthy, but by the blood of Jesus, vessel, that he chooses me, is because I want people to know what it really looks like to have fibromyalgia, to have chronic fatigue syndrome, and to have a myriad of other things happening to you on a daily basis that we tend not to have any control over. And in the midst of that, how we need to have hope. We have to have hope. So that's the word for today, hope. COVID-19 has run rampant through this entire world. Of course, we've never seen anything like this, and I pray that we never will again. People are scared. People are stressed. People are confused. Children are confused and worried and feeling isolated because they're not with their peers at school, and people aren't able to work, and they're worried about money and job security and health insurance, and just so many things are happening all at once. But there's hope. There's hope because we are resilient as a human race. It's what we do. Humans adapt. And we may find a new normal as we're going through this and on the other side of this, but we'll get there. And there is hope. So I speak not just to the communities that I am normally speaking to when I say that we're warriors. We're human warriors. There's only the one race, it's the human race. If nothing else, COVID has been the great equalizer. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter your country of origin. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. It doesn't matter your sexual preferences. It does not matter your age, young, middle age, old. It doesn't matter. It's catching everyone on every level across all life domains, and it's just frightening. But there's hope because this is an opportunity for us to reconnect in ways we hadn't, because we're always very busy, tied up doing one thing after another. We're connecting with spouses, we are connecting with siblings, we are connecting with our parents, we're connecting with our children. Our children are getting to connect with us. Teachers are seeing appreciation like they never had before, and they deserve it. Frontline workers in hospitals, from the doctors to the residents and the interns and the assistants and the med techs and the x-ray technicians and all the technologists and those who diagnose and interpret, and the phlebotomist that comes to take your blood, or the person at the front desk that does the check-in and checks your insurance, the people in billing, they've been there all along, but they do a thankless job, and we are now thanking them for doing what they do all the time. The bus driver, the person that comes, that drives the transport for the disabled, or the person who is a lifeguard at the YMCA, or an instructor in water aerobics, or all of these things that we so took for granted. We thank you. We thank you for the persons who work producing our food from the farm to the table. We thank you. We thank every small business owner who had a dream of owning a business and that wanted to provide a particular product or service. There's hope. I see more genuine altruism than I ever have in my lifetime. You're going to be okay. There is hope. For those of us who do have these invisible diseases and illnesses, and fibromyalgia in particular, I don't know about you, but I've been hearing a lot of people say, well, this is no big deal for you. You're always in the house. It is a big deal for us. It is just as scary for us. Many of us have autoimmune diseases, so we have nothing to fight with. So every single time we have to go out to get supplies, even if we can get out, we are taking our lives in our hands. Thank you to every artist who has given of him or herself just because, just to make someone's day brighter. Comedians gonna tell a joke. DJ D Nice, oh my gosh, what a thing he's been doing. What, I don't even know how to describe that. And so many are doing what they can. This is a time where we have to dig and say, what are the things that I know how to do? And how do I utilize this amazing technology that we have to make someone's load just a little bit lighter, to shine a little bit of sunshine into their lives? Because not only when you do that for someone else, you're kind of doing it for you too. And you get to feel your spirit gets lifted when you're giving genuinely, when you're doing something for someone. We have manufacturers that are doing and creating products that they never did. Car manufacturers are creating ventilators and masks and PPE equipment for our front line. We have National Guardsmen out and taking care of our cities and making certain that stay-at-home orders are executed properly. We have governors who have stepped into yet another role to take care of their own cities with their mayors and their city councilmen, and it's just different. It's different. It's love. People are being fed in numbers that we didn't know about. There's an acknowledgement of children that go to school hungry, and that meal that they get at school might be their only meal. So then we have to start thinking, how do we keep these kids fed? How do we empower the parents who are not accustomed to homeschooling? How do we do any of these things that are becoming our new normal? Well, we don't have all of the answers. They're not going to just come to us. But what we have to do in the midst of all of that is have hope. Have hope. This will not last forever, but it is here, and it is to be taken seriously. And I mean taken really seriously. Just because you haven't been infected that you know of, or no one in your family has been infected or died, doesn't mean this isn't about all of us. This is the time when the world becomes one community. And we have to figure out how to get forward, how to do well together. Stronger together is more than a hashtag. It should be. We can do this. We just have to have hope. I am in excruciating pain today, and I have been trying to get up and get my day started since 6 o'clock this morning. It's not happening today. And I get it, I realize it, and I need to, in the interest of self care, I got to go with it. Because I've been blessed to go out not one, but 2 days in a row. That's huge for me. I'm grateful. I am more than grateful that I've been able to do that. Because where everyone else has been shopping for necessities, I wasn't able to get out. So I'm kind of sitting here wondering, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I've been so blessed. I have a young woman who provided a service for me some time ago, and she checks on me on a regular basis. And she's brought me some things that I need just out of kindness, pure kindness of her heart. I appreciate her. I appreciate everyone who is at home and is unsure about what the future holds financially for them and for their families, that are overwhelmed because now there are 5-6 mouths to feed 3 times a day, that are not yet in receipt of their stimulus, or they are trying to navigate the red tape of unemployment or the eligibility, even the sole proprietors who don't have any customers right now, like myself. I have no customers right now. Every penny people have is either going to what are really necessities, or they're saving it because we literally don't know how long this is going to go. And we're trying to figure out how we're going to make ends meet. Because whatever the product or service that we offer, we can't offer it right now. Those who have lost loved ones, you have my sincerest condolences. And it is compounded by the fact that you have been kept away from your family member. And there are no funerals, there are no burials. There's no closure. Speak their names in your grief. Speak their names. Say their names out loud. Find healthy ways to cope, because this is difficult. But please, in the midst of your grief, and no one gets to tell you how long to grieve or how to do it, but please be healthy in that. Be good to yourself, those around you. In your grief, please know there's hope. There's hope. Things aren't necessarily going to get better, but they will get different. And it is my hope and sincere prayer that there is something, somewhere, in the midst of this very spontaneous video and message that has encouraged you. It is my sincere prayer that when I open my mouth, you can hear my Father God and not Crystal. I don't really know very much, but he does. And he's hope. He's hope. Look at us. We're down here on this planet that's so divided, so divisive, so nasty, so ugly. We are helping people in ways we never thought we would. So it is my hope that when all of this COVID-19 and coronavirus is not flattened or it's just gone, that we don't forget the lessons we've learned, that we don't forget the connections or the reconnections we made, that we continue going forward in a new way, that altruism becomes the thing of the day, genuine kindness. It's beautiful to see. It's wonderful to see people utilize technology for good. the concerts we've seen, the families, the Zoom parties, the birthdays, the virtual. My 8-year-old great nephew, there was a virtual caravan for his 8th birthday. And I mean, there were cars and cars and cars, and I just couldn't stop weeping. First, he's just an amazing kid. He has an amazing mom, my niece, and he's such a beautiful human being already at age 8. And he always has been. But these are the things that we're seeing because this is a new normal. We have to be distant from one another, but we don't have to be distant in our hearts from one another. This should make us draw nearer to those we love. Thank you for the teachers who are still doing their jobs, and for the parents who are gaining understanding as to what it's like for 8 or 9 hours. These teachers are with your children. Thank them. Thank them. Genuinely thank them. It is a thankless job. Many of us do thankless jobs all the time. Meatpacking plants. We don't think about the person that has to put that meat in there and wrap that and get that off of that assembly. We don't think about that. We just go to the market and we buy the meat. We don't think about the people in the grocery store and the hours that they're working and how they've had to shift not just their home lives, but now they're shifting their work lives to accommodate what's happening in our world. Thank you. Thank you for the gas station attendants that stay on the job because we still need gas. Thank you for all of those people who are at home, or the restaurants who are now doing carry out that never did. For all of these things that we have an opportunity to see as positives and to be thankful for, and to be aware of the things that we took for granted. This is much longer than I thought it would be. I thought I was just going to pop on and say, hey, have some hope. We have to have hope. And as someone who every single day battles chronic illness, depression, anxiety, this is my everyday life. I am in a constant minute-to-minute battle. I tell you there's hope. And it starts with your spirit. Get your spirit up. Do what you have to do to get your spirit soaring. It's contagious. That's the kind of contagion we want. My spirit to you, and then your spirit to someone else. And then all of a sudden we got this spirit, this high, beautiful spirit that we're sharing with one another. And it acts as it has a ripple effect, and it just goes and goes and goes. When I tell people, and I say this on my page all the time, Facebook or wherever, I love you with no strings attached, it's not a saying. I don't have to know you well. I don't have to know you at all. You're another human being, and I love you. You're worth saying I love you. You have value. And every time you wake up and draw a breath, you have purpose. That's why I am steadfast about hope. Because there is hope. There is hope. Please hang in there. Don't give up. Don't even think for a second that your life is not worth living. You are loved by people that you know and people you've never met and you'll never know about. There are people praying for you that you never met and never know about. Doesn't have anything to do with your religious preference, where you live, how much money you have or don't. You're a human being, and you are worthy of hope in such a time as this. So thank you for your time. If you so desire, please share with anyone who you think may get something out of this. My Facebook page, I I don't remember what it is. I wanted to say it's beating Fibro together. Beating Fibro together. My YouTube channel is CRYSS apostrophe Cryss's Fibro Chronicles. If you like what you see there, if you find it helpful, share, like, and subscribe. I will get back to doing these videos regularly. I've been hiding, and I acknowledge that. But if it wasn't for some other people being transparent and telling their stories or what their day-to-day looks like, I don't know where I'd be. Transparency can save lives. And that's why I'm willing to allow people I know and people I don't know to see me like this. Because this is the real of what's happening for me today. This is all I can manage. And guess what? That's a lot. And I'm good with that. Be kind to yourselves. Take care of yourselves as you take care of others. Whether that's in a home setting or a retirement community, whether it's looking after someone at a hospital or whatever it is. Take care of yourself so you can continue to care for others. Replenish, refresh. If you are feeling depression and anxiety, even if you are feeling suicidal, call the suicide hotline. Make a phone call to somebody. Get on Facebook and go in somebody's DM and say, I need help. And if you get that DM, please don't ignore it. You don't need to know the person. You don't need the background. You don't need the story. Give a resource. United Way 211. In some cities, non-emergency, you can dial 311 and you can get resources. Let's just take care of each other. And not just now, after all of this is over. Let's just do more of it. Giving of ourselves for our fellow human beings. Thank you all so much for your time, for your patience. I do love you all, no strings attached. I'm praying for you all, and I pray God's blessing upon you. I'm going to take a nap now. At least I hope so.